California, the Golden State. But did you know it's also one of the most geologically wild places on planet Earth? We're talking about a state that's literally being ripped apart by tectonic forces, home to the tallest trees and the lowest point in North America, where you can surf in the morning and ski in the afternoon. Today, we're diving into 50 mind-blowing geology and geography facts about California that'll make you see this state in a whole new light. Trust me, by fact number 32, your jaw will be on the floor. Let's get started. Fact 1. California sits on the boundary between two massive tectonic plates, the Pacific Plate and the North American Plate, which are grinding past each other at about 2 inches per year. That's roughly the same rate your fingernails grow. Fact 2. The San Andreas Fault is 800 miles long and up to 10 miles deep, slicing through California from the Salton Sea in the south to Cape Mendocino in the north. Fact 3. Los Angeles and San Francisco are slowly moving toward each other at that 2-inch per year rate. In about 15 million years, they'll be neighbors. Fact 4. California experiences about 10,000 earthquakes every year, though most are too small to feel. Fact 5. The famous 1906 San Francisco earthquake ruptured 296 miles of the San Andreas Fault and could be felt from Oregon to Los Angeles to central Nevada. Fact 6. The Sierra Nevada mountain range is a massive tilted block of granite, rising gradually from the west but dropping dramatically on the eastern side, one of the most dramatic escarpments in North America. Fact 7. Mount Whitney, at 14,505 feet, is the tallest peak in the contiguous United States. Here's what's crazy. It's only 85 miles from Death Valley, the lowest point. Fact 8. That 85-mile distance spans an elevation change of over 14,000 feet, one of the most extreme elevation gradients anywhere on Earth. Fact 9. The Sierra Nevada contains more than 500 peaks over 12,000 feet in elevation. Fact 10. California has 20 mountain ranges, including the Coast Ranges, Sierra Nevada, Cascade Range, Transverse Ranges, and Peninsula Ranges. Fact 11. Lassen Peak is one of only 2 volcanoes to erupt in the contiguous United States during the 20th century, the other being Mount St. Helens. It last erupted between 1914 and 1917. Fact 12. Mount Shasta is a potentially active volcano rising 14,179 feet into the sky, towering almost 10,000 feet above the surrounding landscape. Long considered sacred by indigenous peoples, this massive peak is actually composed of 4 overlapping volcanic cones stacked on top of each other. Fact 13. The Mono Inyo craters chain consists of about 30 volcanic craters and domes stretching 25 miles, with the youngest crater formed just 600 years ago. Fact 14. Devil's Postpile National Monument features spectacular hexagonal basalt columns formed when lava cooled and contracted, creating geometric masterpieces up to 60 feet tall. Fact 15. Death Valley's Badwater Basin, at 282 feet below sea level, is the lowest point in North America. During the summer, ground temperatures here can exceed 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Fact 16. Death Valley also holds the world record for hottest air temperature reliably recorded, 134 degrees Fahrenheit, on July 10, 1913. Fact 17. The racetrack playa in Death Valley features mysterious sailing stones, rocks that slide across the flat surface, leaving trails a mystery that wasn't fully solved until 2014. It turns out thin ice sheets and wind work together to move them. Fact 18. The Mojave Desert covers about 48,000 square miles and is defined by the presence of the Joshua tree, which is actually not a tree, but a giant yucca plant. Fact 19. The Algodones Dunes near the Mexican border stretch for 45 miles and are one of the largest dune fields in America, with some dunes reaching 300 feet high. Fact 20. California's coastline stretches 840 miles as the crow flies, but the actual tidal shoreline, including all the bays and inlets, measures over 3,400 miles. Fact 21. The iconic Big Sur coastline features the Santa Lucia Mountains rising directly from the Pacific Ocean, some peaks reaching over 5,000 feet within 3 miles of the shore. Fact 22. Point Reyes Peninsula is on the Pacific Plate, while the rest of the San Francisco Bay Area is on the North American Plate. During the 1906 earthquake, Point Reyes jumped 20 feet northward. Fact 23. The Channel Islands, California's Galapagos, separated from the mainland between 5 and 20 million years ago and host 145 unique species found nowhere else on Earth. Fact 24. Sea stacks and arches along California's coast are constantly being carved by wave action. The famous natural bridges in Santa Cruz have gone from 3 arches to just 1 since the 1980s. Fact 25. The Pinnacles National Park features the remains of an ancient volcano that erupted 23 million years ago. But here's the twist. The other half of that volcano is 195 miles away near Lancaster. The San Andreas Fault carried it south. Fact 26. Alabama Hills in the Eastern Sierra showcase rounded granite boulders that have been used as the backdrop for hundreds of movies and TV shows, from westerns to sci-fi films. Fact 27. Vasquez Rocks, with its dramatic tilted sandstone slabs jutting 150 feet into the air, formed from sediments deposited 25 million years ago that were thrust upward by fault activity. Fact 28. Burney Falls drops 129 feet, but most of its water doesn't come from the creek above. It emerges from underground springs in the cliff face, creating a constant flow of 100 million gallons per day. Fact 29. The Central Valley is one of the world's most productive agricultural regions, spanning 450 miles long and up to 60 miles wide. It produces over 250 different crops. Fact 30. This same Central Valley was once an inland sea, and whale fossils have been found in the hills surrounding it. Fact 31. Yosemite Valley was carved by glaciers during the Ice Age. The valley itself is about 7 miles long and 3,000 to 3,500 feet deep, with sheer granite walls. Fact 32. El Capitan, the massive granite monolith in Yosemite, is a single piece of rock that's 3,000 feet from base to summit. To put that in perspective, it's nearly twice the height of the Empire State Building, and it's all solid granite. Fact 33. Half Dome's distinctive shape wasn't entirely carved by glaciers. It likely never had another half. The curved face formed through exfoliation, where outer layers of granite peel away like onion skin. Fact 34. Lake Tahoe, straddling the California-Nevada border, is the second deepest lake in the United States at 1,645 feet deep. It's so clear that on calm days, you can see objects 70 feet down. Fact 35. The Sacramento-San Joaquin Delta is the largest estuary on the west coast of the Americas, where freshwater rivers meet the salt water of San Francisco Bay. Fact 36. California's longest river, the Sacramento River, flows 447 miles from the Klamath Mountains to the Sacramento-San Joaquin Delta. Fact 37. Mono Lake is at least 760,000 years old, one of the oldest lakes in North America. It's also 2.5 times saltier than the ocean and home to trillions of brine shrimp. Fact 38. The lake's famous tufa towers are limestone formations created when calcium-rich springs met the alkaline lake water, building underwater towers that became exposed as water levels dropped. Fact 39. California contains 11 of the world's 14 major climate zones, from Arctic tundra on mountain peaks to subtropical desert. You could literally experience all of them in one road trip. Fact 40. The state has the world's tallest trees, coast redwoods, largest trees, giant sequoias, and oldest trees, bristlecone pines that can live over 4,800 years. Fact 41. Coast redwoods, which can grow over 380 feet tall, create their own rain. Fog condenses on their needles and drips to the ground, providing up to 40% of the water these forests need. Fact 42. The peninsula ranges in Southern California experience the Mediterranean climate at lower elevations, but alpine conditions at higher peaks, all within a 50-mile span. Fact 43. California has over 800 known caves, with many formed in marble that metamorphosed from ancient limestone deposits. Fact 44. Crystal Cave in Sequoia National Park features stunning marble formations, stalactites, stalagmites, and curtain formations sculpted over millions of years. Fact 45. Lava Beds National Monument contains more than 800 caves formed from lava tubes, created when molten lava flowed through and left hollow tunnels behind. Fact 46. The La Brea tar pits in Los Angeles have preserved over 3.5 million fossils from the Ice Age, including saber-toothed cats, dire wolves, and mammoths, all trapped in natural asphalt seeps. Fact 47. California's state rock is serpentine, a metamorphic rock that forms along tectonic plate boundaries, fitting for a state defined by tectonic activity. It has a beautiful green color with a smooth, almost soapy texture. Fact 48. The California gold rush began in 1848 when James Marshall discovered gold at Sutter's Mill. But here's the geology behind it. The gold formed deep underground millions of years ago when hot, mineral-rich fluids moved through fractures in the Sierra Nevadas metamorphic rocks, depositing gold in veins of quartz. Fact 49. California has produced over 106 million ounces of gold since 1848. That's worth over $200 billion at today's prices. The Mother Lode, a 120-mile-long belt of gold deposits in the Sierra Nevada foothills, was the richest strike and shaped California's entire development. Fact 50. The Salton Sea, California's largest lake, sits 227 feet below sea level and was accidentally created in 1905 when Colorado River irrigation canals breached, flooding the Salton Sink for 2 years. This area has flooded and dried naturally many times over thousands of years, and it sits directly on the southern extension of the San Andreas Fault. And there you have it, 50 incredible geology and geography facts that showcase why California is one of the most geologically dynamic places on Earth. We've journeyed from the lowest point in North America to some of the tallest peaks, explored ancient volcanoes, still rumbling today, felt the power of modern earthquakes, descended into underground caves, and stood beneath towering redwoods. California truly is a world unto itself. If you enjoyed this geological adventure, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe for more fascinating science content, and drop a comment below telling me which fact blew your mind the most. My money's on number 32. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.